Have you ever loved someone deeply, but still felt completely alone beside them? You look at each other, you live together, you say, "I love you," but something feels missing. Here is the painful truth. Most relationships don't end because love disappears. They end because understanding slowly fades. And today, we are going to talk about that silent killer of relationships, the loss of emotional understanding. Stay with me because this might explain what you have been feeling for a long time. Love is not the problem. Let us clear something up. Love is powerful. Love is beautiful. Love is real. But love alone is not enough. You can love someone and still misinterpret their intentions, feel unheard, feel unseen, feel emotionally unsafe. Think about it. How many couples say, "I still love them, but we just don't connect anymore"? That right there is the difference between love and understanding. Love is a feeling. Understanding is a skill. And skills must be practiced. How understanding slowly disappears. Understanding doesn't disappear overnight, it fades quietly. Here's how it starts. 1. Small miscommunications. One person says something, the other interprets it differently. Instead of clarifying, they assume. Assumptions become silent resentment. 2. Emotional reactions replace curiosity. Instead of asking, "Why do you feel that way?" we respond with, "Why are you always like this?" Curiosity builds connection. Defensiveness builds walls. 3. Listening to reply, not to understand. When your partner talks, are you listening to understand or waiting for your turn to defend yourself? That difference changes everything. The moment connection begins to die, there is a turning point in relationships. It is not cheating. It is not fighting. It is not distance. It is when someone stops feeling safe expressing themselves. When they think they won't get it anyway, that is when emotional withdrawal begins. And emotional withdrawal is far more dangerous than arguments because silence creates emotional loneliness, and loneliness inside a relationship hurts more than being single. Love without understanding feels like this. Let us describe what this feels like. You talk, but you feel unheard. You explain yourself, but feel misjudged. You cry, but feel emotionally alone. You start thinking, maybe we are just too different, but often you are not too different. You have just stopped trying to understand each other's emotional language. Different emotional languages. Not everyone expresses love the same way. Some people show love through providing, fixing problems, giving advice. Others need empathy, validation, emotional presence. If someone wants empathy, but you give solutions, they don't feel understood. You may be loving them, but not in the way they emotionally need, and that mismatch creates distance. Arguments repeat. Have you noticed how couples argue about the same things? It is rarely about the topic, it is about the feeling underneath. Simple argument about being late. Surface issue, "You're always late." Real issue, "I don't feel important to you." When emotional meaning isn't addressed, the same argument repeats. Understanding means asking, "What does this mean to you?" And ego replaces empathy. The ego says, "I am right." Understanding says, "Help me see your side." Ego wants to win. Understanding wants to connect. In relationships, winning arguments, but losing connection is the fastest way to lose someone you love. Signs understanding is fading. Watch for these signs. Conversations feel tense. You avoid deep topics. Sarcasm replaces sincerity. You feel more comfortable talking to others than your partner. You stop explaining yourself. These are emotional red flags, not because love is gone, but because understanding is weakening. How to rebuild understanding. Now, the important part. Can it be rebuilt? Yes, but only if both people are willing. Here is how. 1. Practice active listening. Repeat what they said. So what you are saying is make them feel heard. To ask emotional questions, not "What happened?" but "How did that make you feel?" 3. Validate before responding. You don't have to agree, but you can say, "Understand why that hurt you." Validation lowers defensiveness. 4. Replace assumptions with clarification. Instead of assuming you don't care, ask, "Did you mean to make me feel that way?" The real reason. Love is not enough. Love starts relationships. Understanding sustains them. Love is emotional attraction. Understanding is emotional safety, and people don't leave relationships where they feel deeply understood. They leave where they feel emotionally alone. If you are in a relationship right Now ask yourself, do we still love each other, or have we stopped trying to understand each other? And if this video spoke to you, share it with someone who needs to hear this, because sometimes all a relationship needs is not more love, but more understanding.